John Gill, 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. Reading from the King James Bible, quote, "Night and day praying exceedingly that we might see your face and might perfect that which is lacking in your faith." Unquote. John Gill, quote, "Night and day praying exceedingly." That good news not only comforted their hearts and revived their spirits and filled them with joy and thankfulness, but also sent them to the throne of grace to pray without ceasing, continually, night and day, and as often as they went thither, and that with great fervency and earnestness, in a multitude of petitions, or as the Arabic version renders it, with prayers exceeding a multitude, with innumerable requests, that we might see your face once more and converse face to face, and might perfect that which is lacking in your faith, in the grace of faith. For though they remembered their work of faith with pleasure, and had had good tidings of it very lately, and were thankful that it grew exceedingly as it did, yet they knew it was not perfect. There was unbelief attending them, and though it is God's work to increase faith as well as to produce it, yet as the ministry of the word is the means of the first planting of it, so it also is of the increase of it. This may likewise be understood of the doctrine of faith, which, though they had received in the love of it, and had made considerable progress in their knowledge of it, yet they knew in part and needed to be taught the way of God and the truths of the gospel more perfectly, and the ministry of the word is for the perfecting of the saints in the knowledge of the Son of God and of other truths. Therefore, the apostle desired greatly to see them, that he might be an instrument of instructing them more perfectly in the knowledge of divine things, and in this and in the following epistle he does particularly instruct them about the rise and fall of Antichrist, the coming of Christ, and the resurrection of the dead, articles of faith in which they seem to have been deficient. But now, though these saints had deficiencies in their faith, yet they were not what the Jews called such as deficient in faith, or want faith entirely, a phrase somewhat like this, which is here used, unquote. Reading from the King James Bible, quote, "Night and day praying exceedingly that we might see your face and might perfect that which is lacking in your faith," unquote. And John Gill, 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10.